Even when I fail, go girls, done it. Strong ladies, you know what's up. Class acts fill each other up. Confidence I choose, 'cause I own it. Like it's my world.
Good to go? Oh, yeah. The Big Play Reflog Show is brought to you by ShackNews.com. Shack News is the place to be for all your gaming news, guides, walkthroughs, interviews, and reviews, like their preview of the new game Total War Warhammer 3, or join in the discussion with their new snack chat where they discuss the hardest games they've ever beaten. And don't forget to check out Shack News Reader and Shack News Cortex to get even more involved in the gaming community right on their site. From video game tournaments to Twitch streams, they do it all at Shack News. And speaking of Twitch streams, make sure to subscribe to their channel on Twitch to see the newest games as well as some great throwbacks. So if you're a gamer, Shack News is the site for you. Check them out on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch at the handle at Shack News and at ShackNews.com.
Okay, do you need medical attention?
Yeah.
What is wrong?
I don't know. I ain't no goddamn doctor.
Cut back by Chubb. He's to the 10. He's still running to the 5. He dips outside left. He's doing it. Touchdown. A swing and a drive. To deep left. Away. Back and goal.
Reflog. It's tough golfer backwards.
No. Oh, yeah.
Welcome to the Big Play Reflog Show. Today is Monday, May 17th, 2021. I am your host, Big Play Dave, alongside my main man in the new hoodie, Mr. Chris McNeil. How are you, sir? Yes, thank you to Labatt Blue. I don't know if anybody can tell that we're sponsored by Labatt Blue. I don't know.
Video games and beer, Chris. Video games and beer.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Let's add a gambling sponsor, and we are in heaven.
And Slim Jims. I'm working on them. Give me some smoked meat snacks in here, and then we'll be all set.
That's right. And Gab Cruz is back. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Good.
What's new? It's been, I feel like, a month and a half.
It's been a minute from being on the show. I've just been really busy with work and freelancing, but still at the ballpark Mondays and weekends, so getting my tribe action in.
And what song was that we played in the beginning there?
Oh yeah, that was My World. Check it out. Stream Gabriela Cruz on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, wherever you stream music.
Heck yeah. All right, we got a good show. We started 2 minutes late, so let's get it going. We're going to kick it off with
Power Rank Monday.
Did you like that, Chris?
I did. Very high on the production value. Here,
We're getting there. Power Rank Monday presented by Labatt Blue. Things we'd most like to see added to the Cleveland lakefront. Sparked by the Haslams.
Yeah.
Excited to get into that. Then we'll get into our featured interview with Cleveland comedian Mike Polk Jr. coming back on the show. You never know where that's going to go. After that, we'll get into Cleveland sports headlines brought to you by Total Sports Enterprises Cleveland. They're going to help us give away an autographed Jack Conklin jersey. We are finishing up the offensive line.
I was going to say, we've pretty much gotten the whole line, haven't we?
We have given away the entire line now with Jack Conklin. Not bad. Thanks, TSC.
That is fantastic.
Heck yeah.
Nobody can accuse us of overlooking the big men down there in the trenches.
Right. Big boys. And then we'll wrap up with the best and worst tweets of the week. Get on into the comments. Give us your power rank because it is Power Rank Monday time.
It's time for Power Rank Monday.
All right, Power Rank Monday brought to you by Labatt Blue Light. Go pick up a case at the convenience store, order at the bar. Summer is coming. Nothing like drinking a cold Labatt Blue Light on the deck or the golf course. And while you're at it, try these seltzers. Trying a seltzer? Lemonade seltzers out there. Super good.
Which one you got there, Dave?
This is the blood orange blackberry. So if you're feeling fancy, Chris, sitting outside, grab one of those guys.
You know me well.
You're a Labatt Blue guy.
That's absolutely.
Go check them out. They're super good. You'll love them. All right, NFL Draft showcased all of Cleveland, especially the lakefront, with it being right down there, that gigantic stage they built. Now the Haslams are working with the city to redesign that area. So we're going to power rank.
Crew fans right now cringing when they hear the Haslams are out to redesign something.
We
right?
need a PR shift.
Like, forget about what's going on in Columbus. Back to Cleveland.
That's right. So we are going to power rank things we'd most like to see added to the lakefront of Cleveland, Ohio. And Chris, we've seen so many different plans for the city, like over the last decade. Like none of them ever come to fruition. We've seen so many blueprints, so many architects are like, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, it's going to be great. Nothing ever happens. But it feels like with the Haslams, like this one actually might happen. So power rank.
I could definitely see it happening.
Yeah.
I definitely see it happening. You know, Dan Gilbert kind of did the facelift over there at the Cavs arena.
Right.
So we're seeing some investment there. And Gilbert's kind of had his time with the casinos and stuff. And now the Haslams is starting to flex their muscle a little bit. So be interesting to see what they end up with here. I think that's really exciting for Cleveland, though, to get a facelift right there where you need it on the north side.
Heck yeah, it's well overdue. So my number 3.
Number 3.
Ooh, look at that.
Oh, yeah. It was a little soft. I'm going to have to work on that. I'm going to go with 4 to 5 really good restaurants down there, kind of like East 4th style. So I know there's not like an East 4th Street down there, but you could do it on like 9th Street in between like the Rock Hole and the water. There's a lot of cool areas, even like Great Lakes Science Center, Brown Stadium. There's so much grass there. You could do a lot of cool stuff right there. So that
where you're going with that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got one Mexican restaurant down there.
Mm-hmm.
I built that a couple years ago. It's not bad. A few more restaurants down there would be really,
What's that
really
one
nice.
called again? I always forget.
Oh, I forget. Good margaritas. I don't know what it's called, though. Sorry. So we need more of them that we won't know the names to.
Cheesecake Factory?
Yes, I think it was the Olive Garden.
Olive Garden. We'll put a Cheesecake Factory, an Olive Garden, and Applebee's. It'll be really trendy. The kids will love it.
My number 2.
Number 2.
I'm going with a driving range.
Yeah.
I lived in Chicago, right on the water where we lived. There was a driving range within walking distance, right on the water. Super cool. You could easily do it. There's more than enough space.
Right on Lake Michigan?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and you could do it down there as like a lunch spot. Go hit a few balls, grab a quick bite. I think that would be really, really awesome.
I agree.
And my number 1.
Numero uno.
Rooftop bar. It's
Yeah,
something the
that's a good one.
city is missing. They've got the what's the hotel
The
down
9.
there? Yeah, they got the 9. They've got the Hilton is a kind of a cool one. Not really on the roof, but like up high. But if you had one like way back by the water and overlooking, like that's one of the cool shots of Cleveland, Ohio, is when
Right.
you're down there by the water. If you had a rooftop bar where you could go there and hang out, have some beers, some Labatt Blues, it would be phenomenal. It would be like the place to hang out in Cleveland. It would be the best view in the whole entire city. We don't have any. Like
Yeah, that would be so
Greenhouse was
cool.
okay. You didn't have a great view there, but yeah, down there would be awesome. I feel like this is the power rank I thought like most about. Like I put the most thought into because I was like, all right, this would be really cool.
Honestly,
Very
I'm
well
liking
done.
your ideas.
Thank you, Gab. Let's meet with the Haslams.
There
Yeah,
you
make
go.
it happen. I think you got to pitch these things.
I'll DM JW again. Chris, what do you got? What's your top 3?
My number 3.
Number 3.
How about an old school boardwalk? Like,
Okay.
do it like New Jersey style or something, like out of Big, where you've got a what's it,
yeah.
fortune teller down there, like an old school one of those. You could have like, I don't know, maybe a Ferris wheel. You could have all the kinds of storefronts, sell taffy. I mean, let's just do that right there on Lake Erie.
That would be sweet.
We could have a hot dog eating competition to rival Nathan's.
Ooh, yes.
Do one of those, like a Cleveland, maybe a pierogi eating contest. I don't know.
As long as that announcer shows up from Nathan's, I'm in.
Oh yeah, yeah. He may be booked on the 4th, unfortunately,
That-
but we'll see.
Homebrew
My number
Kev
2.
says that we should do go-karts, but with boats.
Yeah,
that'd
there
be
you
cool.
go.
I like that. I like
Oh.
that, Kev. Nice work. Number 2.
Number 2.
You got to have some gaudy art down there. We've already got the free stamp, obviously, the legendary free stamp. Maybe like a floating style free stamp, something we could put, just free range it out in Lake Erie. Maybe the Johnny football, put the swan out there. Or maybe some kind of a takeoff of the Statue of Liberty. We got to get some art kind of up there in the area, in the water, that incorporates that whole water theme out there. I think you got to get some pieces like that.
Are you
dude.
thinking like a Statue of Liberty, like almost like Eiffel Tower Vegas style, like a mini one?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely like Vegas. Big gaudy. I mean, with all kinds of lights. It's just way kind of over the top.
Your number 2,
That's
that's
how
a
I
hard
envision it.
hard pass from me. Hard pass.
Hard pass?
Hard
Come
pass.
on. All right. Well, my number 1.
Numero uno.
Dave, you kind of took it. We're kind of on the same page here. That Top Golf thing, hitting golf balls. I'd go full
Yeah.
out, have floating greens,
Yeah.
there in Lake Erie that you're hitting into. I mean, that would be fantastic. Talk about fun. Also be like remember Seinfeld with Kramer hitting the golf balls into the water? You kinda see
Oh
that.
yeah.
Hitting the Titleists right off the beach.
Gab
Yeah,
is
kind of that feel to it too. I just love the fact. I always love that concept. It's just hitting golf balls into the water when it's not actually on the golf course and costs you a stroke, or a golf ball. When you're in a driving range or you're just hitting it out there, there's that freeing. I don't know. It's just a freeing feeling when you can hit a ball out there. So
Yeah.
I think we need to bring that to the North Shore.
That is a
I
cool
love
idea.
that.
How would they retrieve the golf balls? Like some system to.
That's their problem, not mine.
Okay.
You could probably
How
just
was
put a
it-
gigantic
You pay
net.
some kid to jump in. He just gathers up. a bunch of
I
golf
wasn't sure
balls
how
every
far
night.
along you were in your architecture.
Every night the kid goes out there and he swims. and
Gab,
snorkels.
we're in phase 1.
That's right.
You're
We're
setting
idea
up.
people. We're not actually execution.
That's right. Gab, what's your top 3 for
A
Cleveland?
water boy, a ball boy. Okay. My top 3. I like that Chris said the boardwalk. I was kind of thinking of that too. So I was going with, for my number 3, kind of an arcade.
Number 3.
If anyone's familiar with 16-bit in Lakewood, it's a really fun place. I think if that was on the water or had like the back part completely open where you could see the water. So you've got your social aspect of the drinks and food, but like these cool games you can play, pinball and stuff. And I think that'd be cool.
16-bit's really cool.
Yeah, I love the concept. I think on
Yep.
the water it would be also very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think it needs a good ice cream shop, maybe an iconic ice cream, like Honey Hunt. I know that they were big at Huntington Beach, I think it was, and I don't know if they relocated or something.
They
but that
just
was, like,
came
a big-
back.
Did they come back?
They just
I
came
love
back
that.
this year. Yep.
What is
Yeah.
Honey Hut?
Oh, it's really
It's
good ice
just-
cream.
The greatest part of your childhood,
Heck
going
yeah.
to the beach. It was at Huntington Beach, and just everybody, it had great ice cream, and you just totally looked forward to it because you'd grab your ice cream and head to the water. So I think that we could use that on the lakefront. That'd be nice.
Agreed.
Don't know which
Perfect
ice
for during
cream
those
shop.
Browns games in December.
Oh, we've done crazier things have happened.
That's right.
True.
My number one,
Numero
this is kind of out
uno.
there. Also, I'm kind of afraid of heights, but I would do this if we had a Ferris wheel.
Oh, Navy Pier Chicago style.
Yeah, kind of Cleveland's answer to Navy Pier. Or you could do the swings like they got at Cedar Point. Have you been on the
Oh,
swings that are
yeah.
up there by the water? Those are kind of freaky, but they're fun.
Yeah,
I've
Like
not.
that's a
Wheat
good one
Jammer or
too.
whatever it's called up there at Cedar Point. We went last year. I guess it was the year before because last year we weren't allowed to do things. But the year
True.
before we went up there, they could do the swing thing right up there in Cleveland. That would be fun too.
Does it spin the swing
Yeah.
thing, or is it go
Oh yeah,
out?
yeah,
back?
it goes really high. Yeah, these
Okay.
are like next gen type of swings. They aren't your mother's swings at the Ferris at the carnival. They go up pretty high. It was pretty freaky. A lot of
Gab,
fun.
I will steal the Ferris wheel from Bay Days this year from the Carnies, and we will put it downtown.
Okay, perfect. Deal.
That was your number one, right?
Oh yeah, that was my number one. We're wrapping up on the Ferris wheel right there.
Boom. All right,
Ferris
we,
wheel.
we have a plan. We have a plan. Haslam's listen to the show. And you're
JW, make it
set.
happen.
That's right. Make it happen. All right, let's move on to our featured interview of the night. We've got Cleveland funny man Mike Polk joining the show. We will be back in, I would say 45 seconds, but I'm going to shoot for 30. Already on the line, we have a recurring guest of the Big Play Reflog show. He's a cat dad. He's a Cleveland comedian. The one and only Mr. Mike Polk Jr. Welcome back to the show, my friend. How are you?
Hey guys, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Where's your cat?
Where the heck is McDuff?
He'll wander in. I love that everybody really prefers to spend time with him. It's kind of hurtful.
It's the only reason we invited you back.
In your defense, though, he is a very, very good boy.
Good.
So,
Mike, how you been, man? It's been a weird
I've been
year.
good.
You've been doing what have you been up to? What's the COVID world of the year and a half been like for a comedian?
Man, I haven't been performing at all or anything, which was actually very nice. And like a lot of my friends who do comedy were like wanting to get back into it, and we're fiending for it and stuff. And
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, so we can come out of quarantine, we can start doing that again, great. Whereas because I'm not really all that into it at this point, so it really wasn't that much of a sacrifice for me. Stayed home a lot, still working for Channel 3, mostly work from home.
Nice.
They pretty much stuck me in a basement with a producer kid, and we've just been churning out just frothy pieces for the last year and a half. And I've been wearing a lot of bandanas.
Nice.
That's been kind of a thing I took on during the quarantine. Just kind of happened. It felt like the right kind of like we're kind of in a apocalyptic world kind of situation. It was a good excuse, and I had a good bandana run, so I'm kind of trying to taper my way out of that now.
How many bandanas did you have? Like, what kind were you
Oh,
sporting?
jeez, you name a color. Gab, seriously. I mean, I had anything really. It was great waking up and saying, what kind of a bandana mood, what color bandana mood am I in today? But it was good. I think I developed a bit of a reputation in the neighborhood for being the bandana guy. I don't know. We're gonna see. We'll see how we can come out of it though, because that's the hard thing, is just coming out of this, and taking our bandanas off and being parts of society again.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Mike, one of the live callers
intervention.
wants to know, are you folding your laundry right now?
I am. Yeah, I'm kind of multitasking.
That's-
I didn't remember if this was a podcast and if people could see it.
He goes, Kev goes, who knew Polk had it all together? He folds his laundry.
Yeah.
What do you think? I just throw it under my bed and just grab out handfuls of it?
What's your strategy for the t-shirt? Just curious.
It depends on my mood. Sometimes when I'm feeling very like a little more military, I'll do like the 2-arm fold and then middle and side, or sometimes I'll do a ball, roll it up. But I got to tell you, lately, I don't know if I'm just depressed or something. I'm just folding in half, folding again, toss it in the drawer.
Oh man,
And-
that's my go-to. Okay.
Yeah. Well, anyways,
half.
it's been we've been doing it wrong, but it is the easiest way.
Speaking of doing it wrong, Factory of Sadness is now gone. We have a comment, Factory of Happiness. Do you plan on doing anything with that?
Probably not that, just because it's real bad. But I, as you can imagine, 1 or 2 people have approached me
No, I can't believe it.
over time and suggested some other things. Some guy, I've had more than one guy come up to me at a bar, as you can imagine, and just be like, hey, whoa, bro, listen, Factory of Gladness. And I'm like, holy shit.
Close your
Oh
mouth.
my gosh.
How did you think of that?
So yeah, no, I think that they don't need me dubbing anything. They're doing fine. I don't think they need any kind of new naming or anything like that at this point. They seem to be figuring stuff out on their own.
So what'd you think of the draft in Cleveland? We were just power ranking some things we'd like to see Haslam put together for the Lakefront. So anything you'd like to see on the Lakefront outside of that NFL draft stadium? What'd you think of the production they did?
Oh, it was amazing. I think it was one of those situations, and I think one of the reasons you've seen this response to it from Haslam. First of all, obviously, I want a 3-tiered Red Lobster at the Lakefront. That's me. I think I speak for most of Cleveland when I say that. Neither here nor there. But I think what you saw with Jimmy Haslam was, and I think what a lot of people in the city saw was, I think we've had this spot, that Lakefront area, for so long, and everybody's been debating what to do with it and whatnot. And then somebody comes in, the NFL does it right, does it very efficiently, puts a stage up as if they're putting up like a pop-up tent, and this massive, great stage that's right on the water. Just a reminder of what it can be like down there. And I think like city leaders are like, they were just like, oh geez, don't show everybody how easy this is and how it could have been nice this whole time. I really think there's an element of that. And I think even Jimmy Haslam saw it, and he just came out and he's like, hey, we could do nice stuff like this out here all the time. He's like, why don't we put some stuff out, put some shit all over the place? Why don't we put stuff here? They just knocked over 2 warehouses to build that stage, 2 warehouses that had a bunch of like stuff in them that nobody's been using, like old typewriters or something. That's what was that. And that was just, the NFL were the first people to come up and think to knock those down and put up like that amazing stage and everything. And it was neat. And the city looked good. Rain sucked. What are you going to do? It happens. It was kind of rough seeing like the footage from the Nashville draft where it was just like butts to nuts and nobody could move and it was packed and stuff. And then ours was kind of drizzly and COVID-y. But for I think we get like the COVID excuse a little bit too. Like we can say, well, it would have been amazing, but COVID. And
COVID rained on us.
Yeah, but they did a good job overall. I thought it looked really cool. I was shocked by how many people went down there to watch just like a middle-aged rich white guy say college kids' names. That's really what that sporting event was, and it's just packed with people drinking beers.
Who'd you like more, Pumpkinhead or Macho Fan?
Yeah, don't make me pick, man. I mean, that's like saying, "Hey, pick your favorite kid." You know, it's not right. I can't. Everybody did a great job. I thought Eric Metcalf looked dope, though.
Heck yeah, he did.
He looked amazing. Like he definitely won the GQ award out of everybody.
How about Bernie up there with everybody chanting Bernie, Bernie?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a moment there? I had a moment with that one.
I had, of course, I'm your age and from this area, so of course I had a moment when I heard that. But
Thank God.
I also have this knowledge, and I'm sure you've heard this too, that Bernie doesn't like that song, which is hilarious to me.
Do you still have like the market cornered on the original cassette tapes?
I've got my fair share.
Yeah.
Of the cassette tapes, of the Bernie cassette tapes, and they'll hit the market when the time's right. Those are my Doge coins.
To the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie to the moon. Hashtag.
Yep.
So have you had a chance to look at the schedule now that it's been out for a few days for the Cleveland Browns for this year?
I have. Yeah, it looks it's daunting. We knew it was going to be.
Kind of throws you off, right?
Yeah.
16 games. Now we get the 17 games.
Yeah, trying to like say your prediction for wins and losses that's always completely wrong and made up at the beginning of the year. Everyone sounds stupid already because it's in your head that it's 16 games. But I'd prefer not to open with KC if I had my druthers. That's not great. But it's an ugly schedule for everybody. I love that we somehow snuck in a slightly easier schedule in Pittsburgh because of how they ended the season. That's beautiful to me. That's fun. Even if it's a little bit, even if it doesn't make any difference, I just like that happened. That's cute. I like that weird little Baltimore hiccup. I actually like how late the bye week is for us, which is not everybody feels that way, but I think that'll be a nice little reassessment point. So overall, I mean, for knowing the teams we had to play, other than Kansas City being out of the gate with all these rookies having to face them, I think I like the schedule.
How about Christmas time at Lambeau? Got the Browns going, playing the Packers up there at Lambeau. Is Channel 3 going to send you up there? Can you
against
that
possibly,
would be perfect.
Against possibly Charlie Fry at quarterback? Who knows?
right. Jordan Love / Charlie Fry, whoever they run out there.
It would be interesting to see. It'll be. I mean, obviously, if Rodgers is there, that's all the difference. But that'll be cool as hell, man. That'll be fun to watch. If it's it'll still be regardless of who's quarterback for Green Bay. It's still Christmas in Lambeau, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we should bring like a little Christmas story type of feel to it. That's what Channel 3's got to like send you like in the pink rabbit outfit up there to Lambeau.
Maybe don't drop that idea
or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, maybe something fun, but maybe not that, but something. I think
maybe a good idea as opposed to a horrible idea.
No,
just
like
that guy in the bar.
I think that's it.
Free of gladness. Get it? You get it? Right?
Yeah, I'm like, that's pretty good, Uncle Dave. Pretty good, man. Yeah.
So what do you got? Have you got a record for us? What do you think?
I have no idea.
Oh, come on.
I can guess like anybody else.
Come on, Polk.
Sure, I'll say some. You want me to say some numbers out loud?
Just give me a number. Make sure it adds up to 17, though.
I'll go. I'm gonna go 11-6, realistically. But man, that's
no ties.
No. I'm gonna say no ties.
Okay,
that's the limb I'm going out on. Why? What's the consensus around here? Which one of you is the kooky one who said that we're either going 16-1 or? I mean, I guess that would be it, right? Nobody who went high out of you guys.
We haven't gone through the schedule yet. So Dave, what do you got? Let's see. Let's show our hands.
I'll go 12 games. I think 12 is fair.
12 and 5?
Yeah, I think 12's fair.
Oh man. All right.
I took both of your answers, didn't I?
I want to go 14-3, but it's probably more real. I feel like we always end up losing a couple games that we should have won, so I feel like Dave's answer is more appropriate, but I'm the optimist out of all of us, so 14-3.
Yeah, I had us at 4 losses. So let's see. Let me back up. 17 minus 4. Let's see. 13. Right?
There you go. You got there. Nice.
13-4. 13-4. That's going to be good enough for the playoffs. Maybe good enough to win the division, right?
You would think so. Hell of a division, though. We'll see. I don't know. It is nice, though, to hear all of these all of these records, these preseason guesses at the record that we're all giving, and that we probably have been giving those exact same numbers for like 15 years, but we just might finally be right. Like normally, what season did you really go into, you thug fans, and where you said realistically we'll probably only win 6 games? Nobody did, right?
Right after that 1-15 season, I can't believe that I would have gone any higher.
I think after that we were going 4.
All right. Yeah, I could see that.
But like to your point, over the last 2 decades, like typically it's been at least 9 to 10 wins.
If you took the numbers over time of what you thought the win-loss record would be, and added up all the wins and losses, if you took every one of your preseason guesses, added them up over the last 20 years or something, it would be a grisly picture compared to the reality, wouldn't it?
That it would.
The gap is very, very large there.
Yeah.
Very, very large.
But we're not there anymore.
Bringing the show down now.
We're not there anymore.
We're not.
Right.
Yeah, Mike, how are you going to make fun of this? Like, are jokes harder right now, or what's going on?
This is another great.
She's playing the guy in the bar.
That is another
you hear that all
guy
day.
at the bar.
Oh, you can't be funny now, Mike Polk, because now our teams are good. What are you going to do? You can't crap on the city anymore.
And when they say that, I'm like, I guess maybe just like enjoy the football team that I've wanted to be good since I was a child. I guess that's sort of what I'll do.
Hell of an idea.
And then they're like, well, what are you going to do now? I guess that gravy train's gone. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to lose all these millions. Oh, don't take all this away from me. When you make it to the pinnacle like this, to have the carpet drug out from under you, oh, it'll be a nightmare. No, it'll be fine. I'm happy to celebrate the team and find quirky things about them, despite the fact that they are a good team now. That's great. It's a good problem to have, and I'm happy about it. And not only that, but I fully am endorsing everybody jumping on this bandwagon too. I'm not judging. Some people might, where you're like, where were you? Where were you when we were 0-16? And I'm like, at home like a sane person. That's the thing. Like, we can't judge them for not being there and wanting to put themselves through what we put ourselves through this whole time. So we can't. My caution to Browns fans is to not be don't be judgmental about the people who want to all of a sudden watch something that's not a train wreck. I'm happy to have them. Let's get the numbers. Let's get the enthusiasm going. I think people probably don't even you won't realize last year was the closest thing you got to it, and it was a weird COVID year where nobody could go to games. What this place is going to look like with this team this year, what this city is going to look like, and how many flags are going to be out and people are going to be honking, and how many everyone's going to be wearing their gear and stuff, because we like a winner like anybody. And for once we've got one. So in addition to having the lunatic strong fan base of people willing to back a terrible team, you're now going to have the front runners to join in. And I say, hop on board.
Speaking of winners, Frank Jackson, you've gotten some good material out of Frank Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you like to see as the next mayor of Cleveland?
That's tough. I honestly haven't even looked too much at the candidates that are running actually.
Oh, I have no idea. I didn't mean like an actual person.
No. Yeah, I know. But I don't know what they're, and it's a bit off, and I will figure that out. But as far as like who I want, I really think we need somebody like just who has some insane ideas. And I think that NFL draft thing proved that to me, like how these things are not as unachievable as we act like they are. Fixing things up, getting some decent vibe going through the town. All you have to do is have the right person. So you just need like a lunatic, like even I would take Flava Flav as our mayor.
Wow.
And yeah, I think I would take him. Is he still alive?
I have no idea.
Either way.
Gab, do you know who Flavor Flav is?
He's the clocks guy or something, like
the clocks guy. You're thinking of Coldplay.
No, Flavor.
No, I know, no. Do you like though that Gab, you're like so young that we are referring, you are 2 generations away from Flav Flav. Yeah. You were too young to watch him ironically on reality television when he was brought back from the past, and we got to see him at both in his heyday, and then also him ironically decades later, and you were not familiar with either.
Yep. Yeah.
Flava Flav still alive, age 62.
Good for him, man.
Yeah,
you know?
He's made it. And they also put in his Wikipedia years active, and they're very nice here. They say 1985 to present. That's
Wow.
I thought
I
that
guess
was
it's-
pretty charitable of the good people at Wikipedia.
It's very subjective of what active is, I suppose.
Right.
You know? Yeah. But no, I think probably good to get some fresh blood in there. I still have a theory that Frank Jackson doesn't know that he was reelected for that last term. I think that he was not aware he was still in the running. And he was somebody just told him like a couple months ago that he was the mayor. And he's like, what? That's how I think happened.
So that's why he called us the butthole of America. He didn't even think he was the mayor.
Yeah, he thought he was digging on us. Yeah, I forgot about that. I already forgot about that. Isn't that funny?
That's
You're right,
Wow.
so did I.
Wow.
Who forgets about their own mayor calling their city a butthole? You know how much bad shit has to happen in your city for you to gloss over
Rusty
that?
just forgets us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Have you taken in any of these Indians games this year, Mike?
I haven't been to one, but I plan to get to one soon. I'm looking forward to getting down there. It'll be fun. I feel like I have an empty hole from last year from not getting in there. I feel remiss. So, I mean, they're obviously they're hitting 210, so it's not exactly electric
You
down
don't-
there right now.
You don't watch the Indians for the offense.
No, I know. But I want to go down there for the experience and stuff because it's fun. It's still a good time. But boy, it's pretty rough to watch at times. It's stressful watching them try to hit right now.
How about, I mean, what are the chances that a team has 2 no-hitters against them in the middle of May?
I think statistically, like I think that might have been the first time that happened, at least in the same. I remember hearing like some weird stat. It's that rare, which when you think about the fact that they've been playing baseball since like the 1700s is not a good sign at all. It's bad. We don't, and people get pissy with me because I openly am begging the Dolans to sell this team if they don't plan on putting up a contender. And people give me blowback for that. And because they're like, how dare you? We don't speak ill of the Dolans in this town. And I don't care. And listen, they're like, but they're always competitive. I'm like, yes, they are. Now imagine if they had a couple of bats in the middle of the lineup. And if these guys aren't willing to pay for them, and they're like, but we are the management's so good. The pitching coaching is so good. Look what we do. Yes. Now give these guys some actual money and some tools to work with, and let's see what we can do. And if you don't want to do that, it's your right, but it's also my right to complain about it. And I'm openly still complaining about having the lowest payroll in the league, and having the probably lowest or second lowest batting average in the league. And I don't think that's a coincidence.
No, absolutely not. I mean, it's kind of stale at this point, but any thoughts on the name change or anything around there? Have you come up with a good name yet for the Cleveland Indians or the Cleveland Baseball Club or whatever the hell we're calling them today?
No, I'm comfortable with the change, whatever they want to change it to. It's nothing that I was passionate about one way or the other. I get but I totally understand. I totally understand why people want to change the logo. I get it. Doesn't affect my life. That the people who are the grown men that I see emoting about this and crying about this cartoon character that they're going to miss so much. Oh, my youth and my childhood. If that's your entire remembrance of your childhood or your connection to your father, dude, get help, because that's a cartoon character. That's a racist cartoon character. And you got to move on, bro. That's your problem. You got to do some soul searching. If that's the kind of thing that really upsets you, how few problems do you have in your life? If that is something that can take up any amount of time in your brain. So whatever they do, but I don't care. Spiders, it's fine. I think that's actually kind of funny just because people, it's the history, because we were originally the Spiders, but then somebody says, yeah, but they had the worst record in baseball history, which is true.
Perfect.
Yes. And I think that's perfect.
I love the irony of that, right?
So do I. Now, but then of course people will be like, if we start out slow or as with that name, then they're going to be like, see, we told you. And people, they'll think they're cursed. And the players who are all 20-year-old morons will think they're cursed too. And they'll come there, they're children, and they'll come there and they'll think that they are cursed. So I don't know if that's the best move either, but I like it. Maybe we just don't tell them about that.
Sounds
doesn't get
like
around.
a great move. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mike, last week we were talking about dream celebrity boxing matches for local Cleveland celebrities.
Mm.
Who would you like
Mm.
to see in a matchup? Who would you like Paul Dolan to fight? How big is that cup?
Yeah, holy crap! What was that?
Wow.
Oh,
Hold
yeah,
that
you
up
like
for the
that?
camera.
Bring it back.
Hey.
Hold on. Let me put it on the screen. Is
Are
that,
you guys talking about my Bubba mug?
is that coffee?
What? Let's just say Papa Bear's doing all right in life. I can afford some pretty big glassware.
What is that thing?
That's just like an after work kind of drink. Just sort of mostly
Just
aromatic. It's vodka. It's complete vodka.
take the edge off. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no.
No,
Oh,
not what's in it. What
Oh,
is
it's a
that?
Bubba brand. Are you
Bubba-
familiar with the Bubba brand?
I am not. No. Free plug.
They make a good tub. I'd recommend them.
Nice.
They don't sponsor me, but I'm open to it.
There we go. Love it.
I don't want to see anybody beat up the Dolans physically, even
Okay.
each other. I don't need that. I just want them to like sell their team to a rich Russian oligarch who will be hands off, but just keep signing checks. That's pretty much all I want. But as far as who I'd like in town to see beat up each other,
Yes.
I wouldn't mind taking a swing at Mark Nolan.
Oh, interesting.
I've
Really?
made that pretty clear for a long time. I've never cared for that man.
We've got Nick Padone wants to fight the Weatherman. Who is it, Chris?
I don't remember. I thought it was Mark something.
It's Mark something.
There's a Mark. There's
Is it a Mark Nolan as well?
No,
You wanna fight
no.
Mark Nolan? Everybody wants to gang
I
up.
forget.
Yeah,
his name.
exactly, man.
why is this happening? He's like the cheeriest guy in the world too. Yeah, that's gonna be funny.
All right, well,
No, I think maybe somebody wants to beat up Jeff Tanchak. I used to work with him. He's an all right guy, just a goof.
all right, we're putting you on the card.
Okay, great.
We'll have your
Me and Nolan.
your
You know
people
what, though?
contact
The-
Nolan's people.
The problem is Nolan's like, here's the thing. In the Polk Nolan bout, the problem is Nolan's like he's always running Ironmans or whatever, if that's a thing, and he's always doing CrossFit and stuff with his like very young lady friend. And so
What
He's a
is
G
the
friend.
genesis of the Nolan beef with Mike Polk Jr.?
he knows what he did. But the problem is, so he's going to be in great shape. I'll get very winded, but I'm also like, I'm probably twice his size, and I'll just fall onto him. And I'm also really dirty. So he'll be playing by like, what is it? Marcus of Queensberry rules.
Oh,
know, with-
the
be like-
1950s move. Yeah.
That's what he'll be like. And he'll be like, not below the belt. And I'll just be nut. Mark Nolan's nut. 'Cause I don't care. I just want to win, you know.
Grab that audio right there, by the way.
That's going on the card. We're gonna put that in the intro of
That's
our
the
show.
intro of the show from now on.
Nut.
Just-
Nut.
Can you send it to me so that's my text alert when he messages me?
Will do.
Thank you.
Oh,
Good.
man. All right, we kept you really long. You're still folding laundry though.
Yeah, that's a lot. How much laundry do you have?
Well,
Did we
you
get
gotta-
totally caught up or what?
Between me, Debbie, the twins, and then of course my sister and her kids are staying here too. It's all mine. These are just
And the
all
cat.
t-shirts. Yeah. No, yeah. It's backed up. It's been quite some time.
You're just trying to
But-
show everybody you're domestic. Is that
Just-
is
I'm
that what
just-
this is?
I just like to show off to women that I own more than 4 shirts.
It was impressive, and you weren't scared to go ahead and just bury your skivvies and fold your underwear right there on what international TV. We'll just say
Boxer briefs, everybody, in
Boxer
case you were
brief.
wondering. That mystery solved.
I know Chris was wondering. When are you going back to Hilarities?
I'm there this weekend, Friday night.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, so it's the 9:00 show, and it's pickwickandfrolic.com if you care to join us. My first time out of the corral in a long time, so it's gonna be pretty rough going, but you're still you're gonna have a nice time. I got some of my fun friends gonna be there, and you should come check it out if you're bored. It'll be fun. Get out, Cleveland. Why not? If you're
do
vaccinated,
you have to do anything to pump yourself up for your first time back after a while, long layoff, that sort of thing? Do you do anything different, or you just kind of do the same thing you do, like show up right at showtime and just let's go?
I think this is the longest break I've had ever, so it'll be different, but it'll be it's no, not really. I think fear and discomfort will probably be my motivator.
Right.
That'll do it right out from if you've been out of it for a while. So I'm hoping that'll pull me through. I don't know what is that enough?
That's it. That's how we're
That's
ending.
great,
I
Pat.
love
All
that. There's nothing
Now we got
left
the
to
screen
say.
grab too.
Good. Grab that.
We'll turn
Grab that.
We'll turn that into a GIF for you, and we'll
Add
get
it
you
to
that
Mark
audio.
Nolan's nuts quote. Put them together. Post the GIF.
There's the
Jackpot.
intro.
There you go.
Nick, you've got work to do. Mike Polk Jr., everyone, go check him out at
for having me.
Hilarities this weekend. Awesome to talk to you.
Yeah,
Bye,
have a
guys.
good weekend, Mike.
Bye. See you guys.
See ya.
Round of applause for Mr. Mike Polk.
Laundry with Mike Polk.
Someone I didn't even notice he was doing that, and then someone in the comments was like, "Is he doing laundry?" I was like, "Oh, I think he is. I think he is."
There's a channel. There's a show that's coming on either Discovery Channel or something like The Laundry Guy. Have you guys seen the intros for that?
Is it
Or the
Mike Polk?
promos for that?
What's the premise?
Is that he can get out any stain, and he's kind of a portly guy, and I guess he's pretty gregarious or whatever else, and that's his whole shtick. And maybe Mike could get like some sort of a gig just folding clothes and just talking. I don't know, like on air like that. I don't know.
I want one of those.
I mean, they've run out of ideas when it comes to this stuff, so why not,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Is Survivor still on? Is that still a thing?
Probably.
Yeah. I thought reality TV was going to be done in like 2001. I was like, yeah, I'll give it a couple of years. Not quite.
Nope.
Not quite. Shoot. All right, you want to talk some Cleveland headlines?
Let's do it.
Alrighty then. Cleveland headlines brought to you by our good friends at Total Sports Enterprises Cleveland. Every week, giving away a signed Browns or Cleveland memorabilia item, courtesy of TSE Cleveland. Check them out. Follow Big Play Reflog. Follow TSE Cleveland on Twitter for your chance to win every week. Signed jerseys, personal items you can send into them, autographs, what have you. Go check it out. Stay tuned for next week's giveaway. And we're giving away one right now. Oh, I don't have my drum roll. I got a new phone, and now I don't have the drum roll. Shoot. That's all right.
I've got a drum roll.
Do you?
Don't
All right.
worry.
All right.
I think I do. I don't think it's a very good one.
Did you
though.
label your soundboard this week?
It actually came with the soundboard, so
Oh, interesting. Really?
let's see. Oh, all I've got is a rim shot. That's not going to work. Is it? This won't work. No.
No.
Maybe I don't really have anything good here. Let's see.
Oh, so that came preloaded.
Yeah, some of these were. This was preloaded too.
What?
Check my watch to make sure how much time I have to talk. Because I will fight you.
Preloaded. You believe that?
I will fight you.
This too.
Hey, everybody, we're all going to get laid.
I can't believe they preloaded that. But
Incredible.
no, sorry.
That's all right. All right, so this week we're giving away the Jack Conklin jersey, and the winner this week from TSE Cleveland is nailed it. At Donk71. Donk71 looks like that's maybe a 0 for Donk D0NK71 on Twitter. You win a autographed jersey from Jack Conklin, our final
That's awesome.
lineman. Good stuff. DM the show, and we will get that out to you this week. All right, so let's.
Okay. Before we do headlines,
Yeah.
I'm cutting in. It's baseball card time.
All right, we'll read them quick just in case they're horrible packs.
Okay. All right. These are new packs because it was so bad last week.
So
I
bad.
come back this week with Fleer from 1988. You want right or do you want left?
I'm gonna go sticking with left.
You want left. Okay. 1988 is the year we're looking at here, folks. Cards. What do we got? The King County Stadium, the Kingdome. There you go.
It's a
There's card
stadium?
for the stadium. All right.
I never knew
We
they did
start off
cards
with
for stadiums.
Cleveland Indians third baseman Eddie Williams. Cubs shortstop Sean Dunston. Remember Sean Dunston?
That is a good card right there.
Yeah. Sean Dunston checks in. He also played for the Indians, I believe, later on. In his
He was
career.
good.
Carlton Fisk, catcher. for
Great
the
card. I have a signed baseball from him.
See, these are better already.
I'm going to
Sean Hilligus,
Nope.
the Dodgers. Didn't he also play for the Indians?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Let's see. Big bats at first. Oh my gosh. This is a classic card. Two players, big bats at first. Mark McGuire and Pat Tabler of the Cleveland Indians.
Wow.
How about that? Big bats at first, Mark McGuire and Pat Tabler. We got Zane Smith, Mark Williamson, Alan Aspie. I remember him. Jim Presley. Things are kind of falling off for you here.
2 in a row, though, I had that were decent.
Another split card, Jim Eppard and Joey Meyer. Not good there. Eric King from the Tigers. Gus Polidor from the Angels.
Oof, it's getting rough when we don't know the names.
Larry Parrish from the Rangers. Craig Lefferts from the Giants. And Carney Lansford, I remember him, from the A's. So
Definitely
looks like
Sean Dunston and Carlton Fisk.
Carlton Fisk and Sean Dunston checks in.
Yep, that's a solid C pack right there.
Yes. Do you remember Dunston checks in?
No, is that the Monkey movie?
Monkey movie. Yeah, that's why they
Yes.
said Sean Dunston checks in.
Where he owns the hotel.
Right.
Yes.
There's
Gab-
a reference. Another one, Gab. You have no idea. on
Gab,
that
have
one.
you seen that?
No, guys.
Like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
So it's a good movie. They have a monkey. I think it's a chimpanzee. The kid has it. I don't remember how they get it, but the dad owns a hotel chain, and the monkey causes trouble at the hotel chain.
What's the name of it you said?
Dunston checks in.
All right.
Check it out.
I
will check it
also open with a stadium, Milwaukee County Stadium there. So
Huh.
there you go. Then I go to John Mitchell. Nope. Doug DeCinis. Nope. Milt Thompson from the Phillies. Nope. Rob Ducey. Nope.
Oof.
Boy, these are getting bad. Let's see. What do I come up with next? Chuck Krim. Henry Cotto. Brian Fisher. Gary Gaetti. Okay, Gary Gaetti. That's something. George Bell. That's not bad from the Blue Jays. Keep that one off to the side. Dave Stieb. No. Danny Jackson. No. Tom Heer. No. Bruce Hurst. No. Herm Winningham. No. Dave, I'm going to concede this one to you.
I
For
didn't
Sean
even listen
Dunston.
to half of that. That was so bad.
That was so bad that Carlton Fisk and Sean Dunston ran away
Destroyed
with
you.
it, folks.
Destroyed you.
That was tough. We may need to rework this game. I may need to get better packs. That was disappointing.
Gab, is there any other packs that we could open where you would hear or know any of the players? Should we do?
Here we go.
Should we do new? Should we do
this
modern
is a standalone
packs?
pack. I'm going to open up this one right now. This is 1992. Clear
Okay,
92.
we're getting warmer.
Let's see. We'll this is a Gab pack. Let's see if she can do better than Sean
92?
Dunston and
But
Carlton
that's still
Fisk.
like, yeah, I wouldn't. But like, unless they had their careers that were. Okay.
Jamie Quirk isn't going to help you. Jerome Walton isn't going to help you. Keith Mitchell, not going to help. Jay Buhner. Now, there you go. Jay freaking Buhner.
Okay.
That helps.
Jay
right
Buhner
there.
was one of my favorite non-Indians players.
Yeah, for the Mariners in this particular card. Lee Gutterman. Nope, not going to help you.
No.
Darren Jackson. Okay, not bad. Let's see. Who's he stuck to here? Some all-star. Felix Jose. Craig Worthington. Boy. Mike Stanton. Yeah, not bad. Mike Remlinger. Randy Milligan. Ryan Sandberg for the Cubs. There you go.
That's a good one.
I think there's your winner. Jay Buhner, Ryan Sandberg.
I think so.
Oh, Jack McDowell. Black Jack McDowell.
I feel like we've been opening a ton of Jack McDowell cards lately.
Yeah.
He's the new Dan Plesac.
Greg Myers. Oh, look at this. She pulls one Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan.
Wow.
Ever heard of that guy from the Rangers? Oh, and then it's backed up by Wade Boggs. The last two in this pack, Nolan Ryan and Wade Boggs, go along with Jay Buhner, Ryan Sandberg. I think she beat us several times over, Dave.
What was Wade Boggs's claim to fame outside of baseball? Didn't he say you could drink like 90
Drinking
beers?
a ton of beers. That's actually a episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia where they try and recreate him drinking something like 30 beers on a flight.
He was on the show?
I think he was. I think he did a guest appearance in that show too.
I think
maybe it was later on because of that show was dedicated to him or something along those lines. I watch that show out of order all the time, so I can never really tell. But yeah, Wade Boggs legendary drinker when it came to beers after the game and maybe even before and during, for all I know.
That's awesome. All right, let's.
Congratulations, Gab. You are our winner for this
Yes.
week's baseball cards.
All right, hold
I'm
on.
always such an undeserving winner, but I'll take it.
You were very deserving this week. You had 4 cards that were way better than the next.
You earned that. You earned that, Gab.
Killed Sean Dunston. Poor Sean Dunston checks in.
Let's talk some Browns.
Let's do it.
Schedule's out, obviously. Gab, when you look at the schedule, is there any games that you'd love to go to or any that you're circling on the calendar that you're like, all right, this is going to be an awesome game?
I definitely think the Pittsburgh game will be fun. I kind of like, I don't know if this was what Mike was alluding to, but I definitely, the one that I would be more emotionally invested in is our first game against the Chiefs, but I kind of agree with him. I wish it wasn't the first one, but I'd be excited to see that one.
The annual lay an egg game where we get all excited for that first game and then we just, what have we won once since we came back?
Yeah, but
it's
Chris,
just like not a good placement.
Jeff Garcia led us to victory, I think, over the Baltimore Ravens.
but Chris, isn't that the perfect spot for the Chiefs? Like, if we maybe we're horrible against that game. Okay, we got the Chiefs out of the way.
Oh, I agree. And plus, why not? I would rather do that against the Chiefs than against, I don't know, Jacksonville.
Correct. Yes.
You know, I'm with you. I'm with you.
And imagine, I don't know, imagine what a jumpstart that would be to win at Kansas City, you know?
Oh, absolutely. And then you get past that game, and guys, this schedule, there's nothing that scares me on this schedule. I mean, once you get past the Chiefs, maybe you look at Green Bay on Christmas Day that we talked about and some of the divisional matchups, but there's nobody on that schedule I say, oh boy, that one's going to be a slugfest or they're going to beat us up or whatever. I don't see that on the schedule. Do you?
No, I mean, Sunday Night Football versus the Ravens, I think, is going to be an awesome game.
Sure.
But, yeah, I mean, you look through that
normal
schedule,
divisional stuff.
Houston, week 2, I feel like even if we lose week 1, that'll be a nice bounce-back game.
Minnesota could be tough up there.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Denver, I think that'll be kind of cool on Thursday night. That'll be fun.
But we get them at home.
Right. There's not I feel like I do this every year, but there's not a whole lot of losses on this schedule.
I sat over the weekend with my dad and we were going through the schedule, and usually both of us are pretty pessimistic when it comes, you know, I think fairly realistic, to be honest with you, when we look at these things.
Yeah.
And I was legitimately, and so was he, coming up with like 14 wins. That seemed to be the magic number. And I don't know. I legitimately believe that the Browns could win 14 games this season, which is just blowing my mind.
So
17 games, 16 games, I don't care.
AFC,
14, that's amazing.
AFC North. Who are we sweeping? Who are we splitting with? Who are we going to lose 2 to? I don't think we lose 2 to anyone.
I think we're going to sweep Cincinnati.
Okay.
I don't think they've done enough, to be honest with you.
Do we sweep Pittsburgh?
I think we could. Yeah, I could definitely see that.
And then do you have us split with Baltimore?
I believe so. I think I had us losing 1 in the division. I'm trying to remember. I think I had us losing like the Green Bay game, losing 1 in the division.
Probably Baltimore.
Maybe something like that Minnesota game, just kind of an outlier, those 3.
Which of these
I may
games?
have even had them losing. I may have had us losing to Kansas City, but either Kansas City or Minnesota. So I had 3 losses.
That's wild. Yeah, I feel like I do this every year, but yeah, we'll see. Which of these road games would you most want to go to? If you could pick one of them to go to. Gab, do you have a favorite that you'd go to? Favorite city?
I'd go to Pittsburgh. I have friends there, and I think it'd be a good time.
Would you go for the Halloween game, or is that here? That's here.
It is. Oh,
I think
is
we're.
the Halloween? Yeah, the Halloween one is here. You're right.
I think we're at
but
Pittsburgh the last week of the
the
season.
later. Yeah, the last week.
That'd be good.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good one to go to.
Give me the Green Bay game. The Green Bay and Christmas Day. I mean, that'd just be fantastic. Fantastic. And Lambeau.
Yeah.
Secondary would be going to New England just for the chance to punk them in their house. And I think we'll definitely do it this year. And just to watch those Boston fans who've just been reveling in our misery and everyone else and just thinking they're the top since, for 20 years, 20 some odd years, to watch them with their tail between their legs and us being the victors in their place would just be something special. So those would be my top two.
I'm with Gab on this one. I would love to go to Pittsburgh week 17, Case Keenum versus Mason Rudolph. No terrible towels. Cleveland takes over that stadium like they've done to here in Cleveland, Pittsburgh fans for the last 20 years. How cool would that be to fill that place up with Browns fans and watch Case Keenum beat them?
Say that every year with
What
Pittsburgh.
do you mean?
That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
I mean, every year Pittsburgh's going to be a rival, obviously, right? So it's always a big deal.
But what I'm
them.
saying is
I'm
usually
saying that the Green Bay game is special.
That's fair. No, that's fair. But usually the Pittsburgh game is all Pittsburgh fans in Cleveland.
Yeah,
And
it's not even a thing.
And
No
it's
doubt.
over. And it's so depressing to see the terrible towels in Cleveland week 17, week 16, whatever it is.
Well, that was always the annual depression around the holidays.
Yes.
We'd always play Pittsburgh the second or the last week of the season, and it would always be Pittsburgh just blowing the doors off of the Browns.
Yes.
And it was always so bad. I remember either putting up or taking down Christmas trees to the Pittsburgh Steelers beating our ass. And you're right. It'll be nice to have that juxtaposition. Hopefully that happens for us this year, playing them late, playing them on national TV. I could see where that'd be special. So I'd certainly have that one up there.
That could be fun. All right, let's talk a little Indians. They were on a hot streak. We talked with Polk about it a little bit. 3 in a row they lost to the Mariners. Tomorrow we're at the quarter point of the season. Chris, Gab.
Wow, I hadn't really even thought of that, Dave.
Well,
That always catch it. That always sneaks
quarter?
up.
Oh, yeah, that was quick. That was super quick.
Yeah.
Where, we talked about it before the season started. Is this kind of where you thought they'd be right now?
And right now, score update: Indians 1, Angels 1, top of second.
Hey, we'll take a run.
That's right. So we are swinging. Well, how many hits do we got? We've got 1 hit, baby. 1 hit, 1 run. That's efficiency. That tells me somebody hit a home
yes.
run. LA has 1 run, 0 hits. The no-hitter stays alive.
Oh, boy.
Listen, guys, I did find. Okay, so someone tweeted this at me. The 1917 World Series champion Chicago White Sox also got no hit twice in the first 31 games of the season.
Really?
So
That'd be a good trivia question right there.
as far as everyone thought the world was melting down, at least we could boost it with that little stat right there.
So you're basically saying we're going to win the World Series this year?
Pretty much.
Yes. You heard it.
Oh,
here.
this just came down 6 minutes ago. Back to our early conversation. Sorry to cut you off there.
What?
The Haslams.
Yes.
Joint statement from the Columbus Crew and its supporter group, the Nordiques. That's the big supporter group that they met with down here.
The Nordiques.
They said, this evening, a positive collaborative discussion took place between Crew investor operators, front office executives, and a diverse group from the Crew community regarding the future of the club's brand and the club's commitment to its supporter community. The importance of keeping the Crew as the club's primary identifier was clear. The decision that came from the discussion was that the Columbus Crew will remain the team's official name moving forward. There you go. So they have saved the Crew now twice in Columbus here in the last couple of years.
Put it on a
Will remain
t-shirt.
the Columbus Crew, the Haslams rebranding once again 0 for 2.
All right.
Congrats
So
to those Crew
no
fans.
one
Way to save
cares.
it. Huh? I know. I just think it's funny. I support the Crew. They won the cup last year, and I enjoy watching the games. I'm a bandwagoner. But I think it's funny that the Haslams thought that they could kind of come down here, just take own
Yeah.
the team and just change everything about it. And
What's more
obviously-
important to the crew? Is it the name or is it the colors, the black and gold?
Well, they tried to change that, and early on, that one got snuffed because
Okay.
I think the Haslams were trying to align them with like the Browns colors,
Yes.
and the crew people said, "No way, no way. I know it's the Steelers colors, but no way are you changing it." So they got rid of that, and so they basically tried to change everything else about the team and didn't get away with that either. So I think there'll be a small logo change, and then that'll be it
Interesting.
as they open their new stadium down here in Columbus. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry, Gab. I didn't mean to interrupt with that breaking crew news.
Breaking
Breaking
news.
news.
Yeah, so Gab, what do you think? I mean, this is kind of what I thought they were going to be. I thought it was going to be kind of inconsistent hitting, pretty good pitching, and I think we're a little bit ahead of expectations of where I thought we'd be.
Yeah, you know what? I was just about to say we're actually a little bit ahead for me because especially when we first started out, I was like, oh boy, this has the potential to be like worse than I thought. But what's interesting is I feel like we're super hot or cold. Like we're in the zone or we're just like super ugly. Because a lot of cool things have happened too. Class A is really cool to watch pitch. Like 50% of his pitches are over 100 miles per hour and he's like crushing it. There's people who are obviously we talked about the pitching. So the pitching all around, they're doing things that I expected and hoped them to do. But then the hitting, obviously,
there's been some bright points. Like
there's some streaks. They're just streaky, Like sometimes we're just totally in the zone, and Jose is obviously lighting it up. I still think he's kind of flying under the radar. I mean, he's doing so well. His OPS is like 983. That's like fourth best, I don't know, in the last year, like fully.
Yeah.
And he's got 11 home runs, so that's leading the American League still. Franmil goes on his tangents too. Oh my God, he was so fun to watch at home. The couple of weekends that I worked out, he was just coming in the clutch every time. Naylor's coming around. He looks pretty athletic out in the outfield, at least. I'm enjoying watching even the good, bad, and the Jake Bowers, everything.
I'm with you there. I think they've actually been pretty fun to watch. Typically, like in years past, I'm like, oh, it's kind of like background noise, whatever. Like me and the kiddos have sat up at the bar and watched a few games, and they've watched the whole thing, and that's a lot to ask of a little kid. So they're at least they've been engaging at least when they're hitting.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we'll talk about the Cavs for 10 seconds. We used to have a segment, Say Something Nice About the Indians. We're changing that to Say Something Nice About the Cavs. Chris, would you like to say anything nice about the Cavs?
Oh, boy. I don't know. That was rough last night. Watch against the Nets, just watching us go out there and get posterized, essentially. I mean, some of the plays that the Nets had were just, it looked like we were the Washington Generals playing the Harlem Globetrotters. Pretty tough to watch. I think the nice thing I'll say about the Cavs is the season's over.
That's fair.
That's
fair.
nice.
That's it.
Gab,
We got
anything
Anderson
nice?
Varejao for like 10 games was it?
Yeah, something around there.
A little. I like those.
Don't worry, we'll
throwback
sign him to a
vibes.
big fat contract in the offseason. A la Kevin Love. Bring him back for the veteran max. Oh God, we're a train wreck. I don't know.
I will say though, I don't want them to do anything. I don't want any changes. We were talking about that right before the show. If the Haslams at 0-16 can turn something around, I'm completely fine with Kobe Altman,
Bickerstaff, Altman, you're good with
JB.
the whole
I
show.
like JB. I like the picks they've made. I like the trades they've done. I like Jared Allen a lot. They've made some good moves. Just whatever. It's over. Thank God.
Just whatever.
And let's just move forward into a new year. No changes.
You want to bring back Kevin Love 100% then. No changes.
I was so mad when he lost us a ping pong ball when he decided to actually play a game. I was like, all right, your timing is the worst ever. Just go.
Do you think he
go
actually
away.
started thinking some of the blowback he got for not playing? That all of a sudden he said, you know what, I'm going to show these guys.
Yes, definitely. He's a good player.
So he was spite playing.
He was spite playing. That's a Kevin Love move. He was spite
Kevin
playing.
Love spite playing us. And did you see the pictures of them from last night, wearing the New York stuff and having that like trendy bag that he posted on Instagram?
No.
Somebody was saying, "What's the opposite of being with us?" So it like doesn't get us. Like this is the doesn't get us guy.
He was fitting out, not in.
Yeah, fitting out, not in. That's that whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody was sending it to me. Let's see. What was it? It was like a Gucci bag. I don't know, something like that. Look at, yeah. Damon Durbin. Shout out to Damon Durbin who sent this to me. He wrote, "What is the opposite of, in quotes, gets us?" And it shows Kevin Love. He's wearing a sweatshirt that says New York or nowhere, and he's got, and this is on his Instagram. He's got it says, "Win in New York City at Sean Beanie. You know the vibes." And he's got this really expensive bag. Like,
Yeah, no.
Huh.
do you know what Sean Beanie is? Gab?
I know you're not asking me.
Dave?
No.
I'm not going to be sexist here, so I'll start with Dave. Dave, do you know what that is?
That's an age thing, probably. I'm not hip. I'm not cool.
Sean Beanie? Sean Beanie bag.
Honestly, no, I don't know. Is that a name brand or a person or what?
I don't know what we're talking about.
Sean Beanie. Let's see what that bag costs. Let's see.
What is going on?
Beanie bag. Maybe I'll just buy one for the hell of it.
There you go.
Oh, I can't even find it. I spell it wrong. Sean Beanie.
I don't know. Well, we did end with the fourth worst record, so we have, I think, an 11.5% chance of the best pick in the draft. So there we go. That was way too much Cavs, and now we've pivoted to Instagram purses. I'm not sure what's going on here. Do you find a price on there?
I can't even find this bag. So he didn't do a very good job promoting, because I'm interested in purchasing one of these Kevin Love bags.
Now I gotta go. Yeah, I can't find
Sean
anything either.
Buffini. Sean Buffini.
What?
See, I can't even read. Sean
Oh,
Buffini bag.
I don't know what that is either.
That doesn't ring a bell? Come on, Dave.
No, my back's hurting. Oh.
Yep,
I've
still
had a
can't-
knot in my back for like 3 months.
Sean Feeney. There's all kinds of things, but I cannot find. Chuck Feeney. No. Nope. Can't find the bag, unfortunately.
That was the best 2 minutes of show we've ever had.
That's right. That social media post, however much they paid Kevin Love for that, really is paying off right now.
It's a 2-minute spot for Buffini bags.
For Buffini, yeah, he probably got more exposure on here than what it did on there. That's Sean Buffini. At Sean Buffini. You know the vibes.
I'm
You
just
know
going to
the
move
vibe.
on.
Okay.
Best worst tweets. Oh, I can't.
Probably that one by Kevin Love for the Sean Buffini bag.
Is that your best?
No.
I'm giving a shout out to Mr. Jarvis Landry. Working out with Anthony Schwartz, our speedster from the NFL draft. Jarvis Landry, I feel like some of the fan base doesn't appreciate him as much as they should. I know he's getting paid a decent amount for a wide receiver, but this dude changed the culture in Cleveland. All the way back to that Hard Knocks video where he was yelling at these players who were losing a ton of games. He was a huge part of that culture change. He's sticking with it. He's mentoring these young guys. He's working out with them. Huge, huge impact for Cleveland, Ohio, for the Browns. So, best tweet to Mr. Jarvis Landry. Chris, did we have any bad tweets out there this week?
Sean Buffini. I'm
Oh
still
my
looking. I want to get
God.
myself a bag. How about the lowest energy, throwaway type of tweet by our man, not friend of show, Tony Grossi here. Browns linebacker. JOK is number 28. He accompanies that with a picture, and the picture is out of focus. It looks like a stock photo. It would be a stock photo if it was higher quality.
No, it was
I'm
like a
not sure
stock.
what he's
It's like a
doing there.
stock photo that like he like didn't pay for. That it's like pixelated.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. I mean, this is this is just like mail it in at this point. I don't even know what this tweet is for, outside of just to let you know that I guess what his number is out there.
You can't
This
even
has
see it
little
from the
interest.
picture.
Yeah, and you can't even tell from the picture.
What
Absolutely not.
phone does Tony Grossi have that he's taking this picture with?
Some sort of a flip phone, I'm sure. Right? I mean, that's not a flat screen, normal iPhone that he's got right there. He's rocking something that flips into that pocket of his, I'm sure.
I think he has a Razor. Do you remember that one? RAZR.
Oh, yeah.
I bought one for my girlfriend who's now my wife. Like, it was a gigantic purchase way back in the day, a pink Razor. I think
wow.
That's
true love right there.
That's that. Now, Gab, you know how long we've been together.
I
think that's what he has, a Razor.
Now, as I think about it, maybe this was one of those classics, like take a picture, prove you were there, and then cut out and go to the golf course.
I think so.
He shows up, just takes the picture, and then that was it. Like, I did my work for the day. I proved I was there. No one can say otherwise.
There's no way he's over an iPhone 4.
No, not at all.
I think Chris has some legs to his theory. It just seems like a very hastily taken photo. Like, it's a real dad photo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Low effort. Just, I want to be out of here. Checked out. Just take a picture. Make a quick comment. That's it. That's Tony Grossi. That's where we're at.
And that is how we're going to end the show, with a Tony Grossi blurry photo of the Browns. Thanks for tuning in tonight. It was a blast. Thanks for the guys and girls in the comments. Check out shacknews.com. Awesome video game website. All your content needs for video games. I'm on there with the kids all the time. Go drink a Labatt. Go drink a Labatt Blue Light. Go drink a Labatt Blue Seltzer and a Labatt Blue Seltzer Lemonade. They're all fantastic. It's summertime. It's finally nice in Cleveland, Ohio. Get out there and have a Labatt. Big shout out to Mike Polk Jr. Crushed it in his interview doing laundry, as always. And TSC Cleveland. Free stuff for you guys out there. Autographed Browns jerseys. Go check them out as well. We will see you guys next Monday night. And go check out Gab's song on Spotify.
Ooh, yeah.
See you guys next week.
Okay, do you need medical attention?
Yeah.
3-1.
What is wrong?
I don't know. I ain't no goddamn.
See you.
Cut back by Chubb. He's to the 10. He's still running to the